Please remember to post a like, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you can always get my latest travel videos. Happy Thursday! This is my last day in Newfoundland, last full day in Newfoundland. I'm catching a flight later on this late afternoon. So I'm going to do a tour of St. John's for you, and hopefully you enjoy it. And I'm going to be going into St. John's Airport afterwards. This is a panoramic view of the city of St. John's. St. John's is the capital city of Newfoundland. Population is 112,000 and it is the easternmost city in the Americas. That includes both North and South America. On my way to my next destination, I saw this interesting box, and this gentleman has commemorated it. It's called the Whitbourne Boys Home Isolation Cell. The Whitbourne Boys Home in St. John's Detention Center was accused and charged with physical and sexual abuse by priests in the 1970s. The Catholic Church settled with 110 former residents of the boys' home in the year 2022, nearly 50 years after the incident happened. This cell was recreated by Mr. Jack Whalen, who spent 2 years locked in a similar cell at the Whitbourne Boys' Home. Mr. Whalen is protesting the statute of limitations on childhood physical abuse, which is still currently law in the province of Newfoundland. The red ship in the foreground is a government vessel, Fisheries and Oceans Canada. There are two other government vessels over there with the red color. They're also government vessels. There's a third one and a fourth one in the harbor. There are no container ships in this harbor. Surprising, but there are no container ships at all. So this is not being used for trade. Mostly administering the fisheries and oceans, I guess, which yeah, it's an interesting port. I've never seen a port like this before. The Narrows is a narrow channel, and it's the only way to reach St. John's Harbor. Steep rock walls on both sides. The channel narrows to just 61 meters wide, and the shallowest depth is only 11 meters. This is why it's so difficult for larger commercial ships to navigate into the port of St. John's, Newfoundland. Interestingly, there are no commercial ports anywhere in Newfoundland. The closest commercial port is in Halifax, Nova Scotia, which is much farther west. So everything in Newfoundland is brought in from Canada on smaller ships. This famous spot is called Signal Hill. Signal Hill is the first place that there was a transatlantic radio transmission. It was from that tower onto the other side. I guess that would be Ireland or England, and that was done by Marconi using his radio. This is not the place where radio was invented, just to clarify. It's where the first transatlantic transmission took place. Signal Hill is the site of the first transatlantic signal received here by Marconi. This Canadian National Historic Site receives 750,000 visitors annually from this tower. View from Signal Hill is absolutely spectacular, and over there in the distance you can see where I was, which was Cape Spear. You can see that from yesterday. That is the most easterly point in essentially the Western Hemisphere, the Americas, and the most easterly point. And this is Signal Hill. On a clear day you can see all this stuff. We couldn't see it yesterday because it was so cloudy. From Signal Hill you can see another view of St. John's Harbor. And again, on the right hand side is the government vessels and also on the left-hand side. So you can see how many government vessels there are with the red coloring. The orange coloring are rescue craft. There's no, as I mentioned before, there are no container ships in port. This is not a major trading center, interestingly enough. And this is the city of St. John's. This beautiful spot is called Cuckold's Cove in Kiri Vidi. And Kiri Vidi, I think in Latin means what a view. This point is actually visible from over there, which you can see in the distance, the last point of land, and that is where I was yesterday, which was Cape Spear. So this is Kiri Vidi Point, and Signal Hill is over here. And it's a beautiful view, beautiful clean ocean, just absolutely pristine, gorgeous. And this is on a hiking trail in just outside of St. John's. Way over there on that hill is Signal Hill. That's that building I showed you where the first transatlantic radio transmission happened. Quite a bit away from the city of St. John's. So I'm going to show you what I'm looking at behind me. This is what's called the Confederation Building. This is the provincial parliament of the province of Newfoundland. And I gotta say, this is probably the largest building complex I've seen in Newfoundland yet. It's all government. So this is what the Parliament building looks like. This would be equivalent to Queen's Park in Toronto, Canada, being the provincial capital. That's it for my video for today. I hope you enjoyed St. John's, Newfoundland. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, post a like, and hit the notification bell for future videos.